Just because you're not together doesn't mean you don't have a bond. Together? What do you mean together? I definitely do want to be together. Is it good? Is it bad? Should you go? Should you not go? We're gonna find that out today. Yo, what's going on, Movie Nation? It's Just Jess. Hope you're having a good day. And today, yes, we are gonna go see Together. The guy from Hangover Part 1, Part 2, and Part 3. Is this a comedy movie? Is this a romance movie? And is it still safe to go to the theaters? Like, what is AMC doing for you and me to be safe? I'm located in the northwest suburbs of Chicago. We are gonna go at a dine-in, AMC Dine-In North Road 14 at 445, not in Dolby, not IMAX, just regular Today Cinema, guys. And stick around for the review process towards the end. And if you guys like these videos, it would mean the world to me if you like and subscribe, because then I could do this full-time for a career for YouTube. Alright guys, we're gonna leave notes out and then we're gonna go to the movies and I'm gonna let you know everything. Is it good? Is it bad? This is the second floor and it's because it's Sunday, and this movie there's not really like a lot of people. But yeah, so we're gonna show you everything. So the break list, so these are the cars. But the cool thing about this AMC is, watch this. So when I say second floor, this is the second floor, you see? There's all these cars because it is a mall and it's AMC. This is like the mall. AMC North Road. So if you're in Chicago, Illinois, this is the, look at all these stairs. And then AMC is right there, but I'm not gonna let you see all this stuff. We got a thing for the Teslas. Yeah, AMC. I actually did some photos. If you check out my Instagram, I actually did some photos right here. Alright guys, remember that was beautiful. AMC right here, guys. Here we go, you know we was gonna get that shot. So guys, here we go. Got AMC theaters. I don't even know what this is. But see right here, AMC theaters, guys. Look. It's the theaters. Guys, see, look, this is the movie. And we're back. Alright, Review Nation, we're back in review time. We got the cool background. Alright guys, Together is a pretty enticing film, but I actually ended up liking it way more than I thought it would. Let's get to the details. Let's start with the cast. Let's go. Patti Harrison as Anna. We got Ed Helms as Matt, which Ed Helms is also the guy from Hangover Part 1, Part 2, and Part 3. We got Notaro as Madeline, which she is perfect for this role. She's like the psychiatrist, and I've seen her in other movies as the same role. Sufe Bradshaw as John. We got Anna Konkie as Shailan, Melamed as Marty, and Nora Dunn as Idel. This movie centers about, I don't want to say a couple, a girl who's 26, which is Anna, and Matt, who's like 45, in their life trying to get a baby. So Anna's a surrogate to Matt. They're not, in the beginning, he's like the sperm donor, basically. And the movie centers around the dynamic between them. The movie's broken up into trimesters. Trimester 1, trimester 2, trimester 3, and it shows exactly what events occur in every single trimester. What I mean by that is like these characters in the beginning, they're just like total strangers, but to the end of the movie they seem like way more together. And at one point, one great quote that I want to point from the movie is the guy's like, just because you're not together doesn't mean you guys haven't built a bond. And to me that really stuck home, because this movie really worked for me because it's funny, it has a lot of love, there's a lot of humor. This really is like for real world connections and implications, because these are real adults, and like I don't think kids are gonna go see this movie. For me, I'm 26, so I connected with them so much. These guys are both stuck in their life. They meet each other to get through a certain point for them to continue on, and it's that dynamic and that real world implications that this movie really works, because anyone in the movie theater, even me, can relate to it. Like, it deals with real world, like life, touchy subject for movies to grapple with, because they can either mess it up or people can really hate on it. But I really found really comfort in this movie, and like you could stick around towards the end because they have a Q&A with the director and some of the cast members. There's one scene where Anna meets high school or college, and they're talking about like, oh, you know, we're in law school, like, you know, we're coping with our life, and it just shows you how stuck you are sometimes, because Anna's stuck in her life, Matt's stuck in her life too, and like it's this parallel universe that they're at different stages in their life, but they're coming together to make this baby. And like you see a lot of backstory of why they both want this, and I'm not gonna spoil it because this is a non-spoiler review. You could really connect with this movie, like if you're a mother or if you're a guy and if you're stuck in life, or it's just you're single and you're alone. You should watch this movie because it shows you that two strangers can make it work without having, I don't want to say a sexual relationship, but not everyone's meant to be in your life. Some people are just meant to be for a little while and then move on. And it doesn't always have to be bad. Like, it's not about breakups or anything. It's about how to cope with someone else only for a little time being, and seeing their problems and how they react to certain situations. I know that sounds really bad, but I really love romance and relationships. Going into this movie, I didn't really know anything about it other than the poster, but I love anything with romance, and this really does deliver on that, except giving us like the sexual relationship and tension. Just because you're not together doesn't mean you don't have a bond. However, this movie's not for everyone. There's not a lot of action, there's a lot of dialogue action, there's some like crazy explosions, and this pacing can be a little slow, but it's very funny at times. Like, I caught myself laughing in the movie theater. It shows the transformation of characters going from their own separate lives and seeing why it didn't work out with certain situations, but when they meet each other, they realize that there's more to life and that the other person can give and help what they're going through at the exact same moment. Because these guys, these both characters, Anna and Matt, are going through trials that the other person has already or will overcome, but being them together just to raise this baby, it's like amazing. I really like, I don't know, I just loved it. And like, yeah, Helms is Matt. Like, I always see him in Hangover, but seeing him in this role, it's like you could connect to it. And the reason why I say that, because it takes real life in a movie, and it just shows you like the ups, the downs, the fights, and it's nothing like violent. It's like really heartwarming and heartbreaking to see these characters like explain why they went through like heartbreaks. And like, honestly guys, I don't know, like I really love this movie. Like, I love relationships in general. I've been in many and it didn't work out. But with this, it's like all my friends have kids, all my friends are married, and like I can connect with this so hard, especially with Matt. Like, here's one quote, he's just like, I'm in this point in my life where I just feel stuck and I need to move forward. And like, I feel that way right now, even doing these YouTube videos. Here's a side note, I'm 26. I should be in college. I should be doing this. I should. And some of you went to school with me. And some of you in the future are going to watch this movie and watch this video and be like, wow, like this is what I'm doing. And like, honestly, I want to do this for the rest of my life. Like, I love doing YouTube. It just shows you that life doesn't have to be ones and twos. It doesn't have to be like go to school, go to college, get married. Like, no, like there's a lot of things happening, and it's just so heartwarming to see like Hollywood characters embody the story, because this is not a story that they just made up. I mean, they could have, but even like the director telling us to stick around for question and answers is really good. Now, one downside too, they call her the surrogate at times, which is like the just like the sperm donor, which to me, it just seems like bad. Like the way they said it, like, oh, you're the surrogate. Just, you know, I guess that's some of the downsides, but honestly, guys, this movie is awesome. If you're in relationships, if you're going through a tough time, and everyone is going through a tough time now, like this movie's so heartwarming, so breathtaking. It's really awesome because you couldn't, I'm really saying good things about this movie, guys, because I really resonated with it. I love it. I'm gonna give this movie an 8.2 out of 10. It's really breathtaking and fresh to see it in the movie theater. Like, yes, it's not perfect. It's a little slow and like it gets a little boring for a lot of people, but to me, it was awesome. It was funny. It was humorous, and this is a movie that should not be missed. Definitely gonna be a runner-up for best movie. Yeah, like this, if like so far all the movies that I've seen in theaters, this one would be so far the best. We still have a lot of other romance movies to come up, but honestly, guys, this movie, I just can't really. I'm gonna watch it again. But honestly, guys, that's gonna be everything for me today. I hope you have a great day. If you made it this far, I appreciate you for sticking around. Maybe click that like and subscribe button, because I'm not gonna spam you. Only dropping one video until I make YouTube my full-time career. But there's other videos. Thank you, guys.